Hi everyone, welcome to episode 25 of the Real Estate Minute. I'm Tom Blefko. Now, unless you have been hiding under a rock over the last year or so in the real estate business as an agent, you know that there are a number of lawsuits that have been filed against NAR and a number of large brokerages and franchises having to do with how buyer agents get paid. Now, I'm not here today to go over all the minutiae having to do with these legal cases. You can research it all by yourself online. I'm here to talk with you about three things that you can do right now to up your buyer representation game. Number one, ever since the dawn of the real estate business, we as agents have been taught to put together a listing presentation so that when we are sitting in front of sellers, we can share with them how the listing process goes and all the things that we do for them to get their home sold. However, when it comes to educating our buyer clients, we have a tendency to assume that they know what we do to represent them. Most of the time we meet them at our office or a coffee shop, give them our card, put a consumer notice and a buyer agency contract in front of them, and away we go and send them listings and show homes. But does the buyer really understand all the things that we do behind the scenes to make purchasing that home a reality? I don't think so. It's time for us to start educating them so that they know how much value we bring to the table. Enter the National Association of Realtors. They are providing their members with an excellent handout piece entitled 105 More Ways Agents Who Are Realtors Are Worth Every Penny of Their Compensation. I've included a link in the description underneath this video so you can access it, and I would also encourage you to download the piece, add or subtract from the document, and personalize it to you and your company. Stop assuming that buyers know what we do. Number two, you can now take the Accredited Buyer Representative Core Designation course from NAR for free. That's right, until the end of 2024. NAR is offering this course, which usually costs $295 at no cost to you, to help you in upping your game. Now, there are some prerequisites for obtaining this designation, but this is the first big step. I'll include a link to register for this course in the description below. In addition, I'll include a link to download the prerequisites flyer. And finally, with our industry changing all the time and different compensation models being developed by listing brokerages, sometimes as a buyer's agent, we run across listings with the offer of compensation that is either really low or non-existent altogether. So what do? Are you talking with your potential buyer client at the inception of your business relationship about how you get paid? If you aren't, start now. Learn how to utilize 2 Pennsylvania Association of Realtors standard forms to help you getting paid and that you don't run amiss of the NAR Code of Ethics. So here are the 2 forms: the Cooperating Broker Compensation Agreement, which is PAR Form CBC, and the Compensation Addendum to the Agreement of Sale, which is PAR Form CAS. They are different. Now let me spend a moment and just give you an overview of each form. If you feel the commission being offered in the MLS is too little, send Form CBC to the listing agent prior to putting an agreement of sale together and request a different amount of buyer agent compensation is being offered in the MLS. You will notice that this form allows the 2 brokers to negotiate the commission, has nothing to do with either of your clients. Thus, the reason why the only signatures on the form are for the 2 agents or brokers. Do not, let me repeat, do not send this form to the listing broker and attach the agreement of sale to it. This form is not part of the agreement of sale. It says it right on the form. Now, if you are unsuccessful in negotiating the commission with a listing agent, talk with your buyer client about using Form CAS, which allows the buyer to negotiate your commission directly with the seller. Again, notice whose signatures are on this form. It's the buyer and the seller, and this form is part of the agreement of sale. Now, both the CBC and the CAS forms come with an accompanying user guidelines booklet by PAR. I would suggest you read that or consult with your sales manager or broker on the best use of these forms. So as we head into the prime buying season in 2024, up your buyer representation game with marketing material, education, and forms that allow you to get paid what you're worth. Until next time, all the best.